I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. As you can see, there is no agenda. There's no sign-in fee. This is an open meeting. It's a discussion. Try to resolve some issues between two neighbors. So we're going to open it up. This meeting was called to order at the request of Joyous Willis. Her neighbors, the Johnsons, are here, so we're just going to have a discussion and see where it goes.
Okay, first of all, is it even legal for you guys to have a meeting to try to resolve issues between neighbors?
This is more of a town hall where we are just to that. Why would it be illegal for us to meet at all?
I don't know, because it's two neighbors. If I want to take this to court, I can. I explained to you, to Jim, to Art, if I want to deal with this, I'll take it to court. This is about you guys getting a dog ordinance. So let's talk about a dog ordinance.
Okay, we don't have a dog ordinance.
And we don't intend to have
But
one.
you know what the good thing of it is you guys brought them in here, knowing that this was about a dog ordinance, the blight ordinance that you're trying to force people to do, but you won't force them to. So if you're gonna go to those people, you're gonna go through me first.
Well, during our phone conversation, you requested that your neighbors be here.
No, I did not.
And
Art
Yes.
requested that my neighbors
She
be
did.
here. Do
Yes,
you
you
have that
did.
on recording?
You did.
Do you have that recorded?
We don't record the phone
We don't
calls.
record our
Because
phones,
in the
but Jim and I
meeting-
were.
Because in the meeting, who requested that my neighbors be here?
You did.
You did.
In
I
the
sat right
actual
here.
board meeting, who requested that my neighbors be here?
You requested a
It
meeting.
is in video,
I was
who
informed
that was gonna
requested
happen.
neighbors be here.
We settled on this date
Instead
and time.
of, first of all, instead of questioning, why don't you tell us?
Because
Okay?
Art, or Jim said I can ask questions at this meeting.
You can.
Go
Why
ahead.
are you yelling?
But why are you being so, sarcastic as, putting us on the
Because you
spot?
guys put
If
out
you
there
know, tell
That
us.
this meeting is to try to resolve something between me and Mark and Erica. And it's not. It's about you guys getting a dog
This
ordinance
is not
in
playing
this
a game.
township.
Off
What
Get down
happened
to
you are right. This is not a game. What happened 2 doors down from here? Just a couple months ago, Mike. What was that house like with those dogs and that breeder?
That was bad. I mean, she no longer lives there.
And if you had a dog ordinance, could you have stopped it?
I don't think that we would have been allowed in her house to see what the
No.
But if
conditions
you
were.
have a dog ordinance, then that gives her the right to go in and see how the dogs are living.
She already has
She
that right.
has that right.
May I say something?
Yes, please do,
Sure.
because it is an open meeting. We just have to be sure that we're not talking over another person.
Okay, so is what I'm gonna say is, the county is in the process of getting a dog ordinance. We should have one probably by, I'm gonna say possibly by April.
I'm hoping so.
Yeah, so with that being said, this trumps this, that trumps this, blah, blah, blah. Right now, as it is, the state, as our animal control officer right here, Jen Kelly, has made it known that right now the state ordinance for, what do we just call this?
So it's a Michigan, it's an MCL, so it's Michigan state laws. I go by all Michigan laws, state laws right now. There's no county ordinance right now. If the township did a ordinance, I can't go off of that. That's on them, right? So what you wanna do is you wanna come to me, not the township, and ask me to do an ordinance or go by the state law, right?
Yeah, and I think I
Okay,
did ask you
so-
to check
so-
to
so
make
you-
sure.
You've called me, I spoke with you when I first
Right.
started about this, right? You called me up and I think we spoke about, we spoke about dogs running loose. There was an issue with that, right? Same conversation, we spoke about dog parking, correct?
Yeah,
I asked you to get me photos of the dogs running loose, never received them,
they haven't been running loose, you
Okay,
guys have had it
perfect.
contained.
awesome.
Right.
So, that's cleared, fixed. The barking issue, I did check with a previous boss of mine from Tuscola, to ask her if there is a state law regarding barking dogs. She said, nope, there is not.
No.
I have the state law right next to me, there's no law against barking dogs. I also, when I first started, not gonna lie, I didn't know if we had a county law ordinance, didn't know like what we were going off of, cause I was never informed. I asked you to do a 14-day log about their dog barking. Did I receive it?
No, because the dogs haven't been barking there.
Perfect, so what's the issue here?
The issue is that we don't have a dog ordinance in this township, and if it is not needed, why do other townships have dog ordinances?
They're big. We're making it
So
count.
a lot of townships that I recall is normally about the number of animals you can have,
Yeah,
or a barking, or I guess a noise ordinance, I guess you would call it. After talking with the township, I don't believe you guys have one, right?
No.
Don't have
they
anything like that.
refuse to
No.
do one.
Okay, but that's on, I don't go off of numbers or anything like that. These guys right here, I have a kennel license for them that the previous officer did.
Yeah.
Everything's, I have it all. So, in my eyes right now, they're not breaking a law.
They're not,
Okay,
and there was no reason to drag them in here. If you
We're
guys
not trying to
look,
be confrontational either.
neither am I. And you know what? If you guys look at the board meeting, this is about getting a dog ordinance in this township. It's about you guys going after other people for blight. They have blight. You guys won't do anything to them, but you go over and you threaten other people that you know don't have the means and that are physically unable. So if you're gonna go after them, you're gonna go after them first, because that is ignorant. Number one. Number two, why? Did you guys think we were gonna come in here and start fighting? Erica and I have already had our words. It's done and it's over with. Art wanted you guys here. That's the only reason you're here.
You requested it
Now,
on the
also, I
conversation
requested-
that they be here. I was right here
No,
when you
know
talked
what
to
I may
Jim.
have said to Art, and I may have said it to you. If you guys
Yes.
invite him, more power to you. Because if you think I'm not gonna
That's
stand
not
here
the
and
way you
talk,
put it,
Yeah,
That's
not the way you
wrong.
put it.
Yeah.
But I
That's not
never
the way you
said
put
you
it.
have to invite them.
so.
We
Well,
live
that-
next to each other. If you guys think we're gonna come in here and make asses out of ourselves to entertain you, so you guys don't have to get down to the bottom line, either enforce a blight ordinance for everybody or don't enforce it at all.
Erica and I came here under the pretense it was because you requested us to be here, so that's why we showed up. I mean, I took the day off work to
That's what the
come
law
I
to
took the
this.
day off work
So-
too.
So what it comes down to, obviously you have issues with us and we understand it. We live next door. We live,
Talked it out, right?
well, I don't know if we did or not.
Kind of, I mean,
Well, it got
I
to
keep
the
hearing
point
that you're
to
still
where it
complaining
was
about some stuff, but
well, yeah, I'm going to.
Joy,
but you got the
But-
same stuff too though, Joyce, so
We
we don't,
guys complain about me,
no, I don't.
but the
We
point
ain't never
is
complained about you, and you
we've
can ask
talked
them,
it
we've
out.
never,
We've talked it out, it's over.
Well-
You guys wanna know why you're here? Watch the recording.
okay, then-
Art Gal straight up says we need to invite them, right?
okay, and that's fine. We're
Make
here.
sure
This,
we invite them.
and we
You
came.
have that recording, you can send it.
That's not. I'm not offended that I'm here. That's fine because I was hoping we could actually come to some sort of agreement or resolution. I didn't know the pretense of what you're saying was just to talk about far as ordinances and township rules.
Yeah.
I thought it was to try to hash something out far as our conflict because we were told that we have barking dogs, we have the blight, we got everything else, and that's what I was hoping that we could kind of come to some sort of terms with because we live next to each other. You stated before you want us to move. We're not going to move. We've been there 20 some years. We're not going to go anywhere. So we need to come to some.
Yeah, my family's been there for, well, his family forever, so we're not going anywhere.
I'm not asking you to.
We're not
I'm not
asking you.
coming in here, bring Mark and Eric in here, we're gonna have this meeting, we're gonna have it out. If you guys wanna talk, we'll talk.
I
If
would
you can
love.
do it, that's
I
fine.
would love.
That's
to
the
talk.
best way to deal with it.
I would love to talk.
Ricky, you can talk anytime.
Yep.
You're just like everyone else. You've got a voice, so.
I just didn't wanna cut in, so.
No, yeah, but that's fine, good.
About, as far as the dog ordinance goes, we would like that some sort of ordinance started so everybody, so these dog kennels don't start popping up all over the county. If one started right now, they would be grandfathered in anyway, because they've already got it, so that wouldn't affect them. What
Just,
she's
just,
trying to stop is these situations happening all over the county.
Do you think I want this next to Keith Dewell? Do you think I want next to Troy Dewell? Do you think I want next to Faith Willis? Or Faith Pack, sorry. No, I don't.
well,
I
speaking
have
for,
family all over in this township.
I
don't
think
want
the
them to
best
have to live
qualified
next to
person
it
to
either.
enforce an ordinance is the
Yeah,
animal
this isn't
control.
about me, it's about the township, which I don't understand how you guys don't see the fact that, hey, maybe this is hard on Joy, maybe this isn't the greatest thing, maybe we need to look at what problems she's having and get an ordinance to fix it, so that way her daughter and her family don't have to go through the same thing.
I
But
think,
you guys only hear what you wanna hear, and then you have this meeting and you advertise it. I don't even know.
Public meeting has to be posted.
Like.
That's by law. I would like to say one thing real quick. Let me say something, please.
I'm just a person.
Hey, I wanna say something. Speaking for myself, and I don't know if it's the same for the board, we have no intention of doing a dog ordinance. I don't know whether anybody else agrees with me,
I do.
but,
I do.
so there you go. You got
I'm
3
gonna
people
say,
already.
and that's
Because we
great.
will rely, we always thought that the county had one, which is what we were relying on, and we rely on animal control to take care of it. The Michigan licenses the kennels. If somebody wants a kennel, they have to go through zoning with special permit.
yeah, so that your township ordinance isn't going to trump any sort of kennel license, period. Period, that has nothing to do with it. When we moved to Gres Township, from the get-go, there was a ordeal with a kennel on Lola Lane.
Yep.
And when we were looking for homes, and Dennis Stanley, the best man in Gres, in my opinion, when he sent us out to,
Bay Ridge.
yeah, the boat club there, really, dear God, who would ever buy a house next to that? You know, I mean, that's just what you get. To me, a dog kennel is always an ordeal. Had I looked for a home in Gres Township when they're popping up marijuana plants, I'd be like, dear God, I'm not living next to that stench. Period. But that's what you get. It's just one thing after another. So a dog kennel, a new ordinance with the county is not gonna change a dog kennel license, am I correct?
It's not going to,
So
we can change
township-
the pricing of it.
Yeah, the pricing. The township ordinance is gonna have nothing to do with the dog kennel, period.
But if you have a complaint about someone having an issue, such as the next door person over here,
Right.
report it. I can't go off of what the previous officer did. I can't go off of any of that. All I know is I went in there and I removed those animals. And
Thank God.
I
Finally.
hopefully, I'm hoping I fixed that situation. But if I didn't hear the dog inside barking, I would have never known about it. And I would have been able to go in.
I reported that to you when I saw you at animal control that day.
And I was already handling that situation. I just can't tell you about it because it's already an ongoing investigation, right?
Either way, if other townships have ordinances, I don't understand.
I don't know what the township's gonna do.
Did you guys actually, you're just out and out refusing to even consider an ordinance, considering that you guys have kennel owners, and somebody lives next to the kennel who could actually probably give you insight today in what you could do for an ordinance.
But it's not gonna matter.
The state supersedes
The county-
anything.
well, you
It
guys-
And the county
supersedes
owns
the
the
county,
as
it
well.
supersedes the township.
Can I ask you a question?
We could have an ordinance for everything, but if the county overrules
Yeah,
us.
let's just tell everybody how to live,
Yeah.
for crying out loud.
Let's,
You know what, and that's the problem with blight ordinances, because
Wait a
trust
minute.
me, there's a
Who's
blight
making
that
a
I see
complaint on
every
that blight
day.
on Manor Road?
And one person's treasure is another
In Manor?
person's blight.
No, not on Manor, on San
So-
Diego.
I made a
Where do you
complaint,
draw the
yes.
line?
well, I got,
Don't tell people how to live, Jan.
if I could, I got 2 points to make. Obviously, you have the issue with the dogs, which, again, we can discuss that amongst ourselves and hopefully come to a resolution. We're all for that.
Yeah.
Whatever you have the issue with the township, the council, that's between you and them.
I drug you guys in.
It doesn't matter, we're here. So, but my question is, if we didn't have the dogs whatsoever, we're agricultural, probably same as what you are. If I wanted to put 20 cows on that side of the property and chickens and everything else,
much worse
How many chickens did you have before?
that's not the question. But that's
You
not
guys
the-
have, I mean, it's always
How old
something.
would you be, right?
But we live out where we live because we want to have those things. We enjoy those things. I'm sorry that you don't necessarily have the same interest as us. We're not good. We're not the same people.
Well, and that's fine, but.
And I do keep a log of the dogs, and when they're barking, I do have a log.
I don't understand how you could.
And I,
It appears we gave them a forum.
And the next other
You
thing,
didn't give us a forum, we could
Yeah.
get a forum
And
on our own.
the last thing
We drug them in here without them needing to be here.
the last thing I will say in regards to the blight, you complain about our blight. You say it's blight because it's in our backyard. I have some vehicles back there, which I reduced the amount I have
You
to
did.
Okay, so you say that you're blight free, right?
No, I never said I was.
No,
blind.
well, you kind of did. You said that everybody sees our stuff, but you're And
No, I said
Okay.
everybody is complaining about a house on Santiago
Okay,
Road.
all right.
You're going after someone
But-
on Santiago Road.
but Joy,
While you guys have photos of these in their blight and you refuse to join
But-
in the
Joy,
fight.
But
in-
ours,
So what
ours
is the
isn't
difference
considered,
between their blight and his blight?
ours isn't considered blight because it's in a backyard where nobody can see it from the road.
That's not true.
It
The
doesn't- it doesn't
definition
matter
of
where
blight
it's
is
at
whether you can see
in
it.
a
Yes,
yard.
it does matter.
Yes,
where
it
it's
does,
at.
because it-
okay,
Yes.
well, let me show you these though. That's your yard.
Because we're talking about blight, it doesn't matter if you can see it or not.
That's
Does
us.
to
My
me.
blue car is blight.
But if
There
you can't
used
see
to be
it's not blight.
actually, what, 3 other cars
From the
next
road.
to it, so
That's
those
not
have been
true.
cleaned up.
Okay,
Michael say,
That's not true.
Lisa, Michael just said that's not true though.
Not according to the attorney.
Blight, if it exists on the property, whether you can see it or not, is
I'll
enforceable.
tell you.
That's from court
That's a
case.
fact.
Yep.
No,
It's not about you. It's
I
about
lived in a
everyone.
township that was very, very strict on blight.
Okay.
And anything, I mean, blight is a really hard thing to enforce,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that, John. That's not
And
no place to store it.
if you wanna be concerned about blight, go live in an HOA. That's about the end of that story.
Well, it seems as though Bay Ridge does, because
We-
anywhere else,
We're strict
the
on
only
it.
people that are.
And that's why I choose,
You're all about that.
that's why I choose to live in
I
an
think we
HOA.
got-
I always
Yeah.
have, cause I don't want blight.
I guess you should ask Joy if there was anything else that we needed to state, but you do, we can just let them talk.
That's what I
Yeah,
always
but-
do.
that's all.
I don't have to.
Because nobody gave their address when they introduced themselves.
No, I mean,
Well,
we got 6 acres. And I brought photos if anybody wants to see them. Just I know that she says that's not the reason we're here, but
You're not allowed to
So
dismantle
my
cars on your
question
property,
is, wait a
period.
minute though, my question is for
Right.
Dan.
Are you allowed to have dismantled cars or dismantled cars in your yard?
We don't, there are,
Ordinance number 17.
shows there
Right.
is a section in there where that is restricted
So
or
it-
talked about.
It is prohibited to dismantle
I
cars. in
I
your
won't
yard.
say, I won't say prohibited.
Are we discussing the old, the
The-
blight ordinance that's in?
That's what
Now,
Derek
how
is
you
talking
would-
about.
Yeah, number
That is the only ordinance that is in effect.
okay, so
So,
We want to back up a minute. This meeting was called because of the fact that Joy had questions. So if you are done asking the questions that you want, Joanne and I have a lot of work to do. I would
no,
like to
I'm
leave
not
the
done.
table.
I'm sorry, I'm not done.
Well, then,
Okay.
if
So-
you
Well,
proceed,
that-
if you guys want to
Yes.
discuss among yourselves, you're welcome to, but
Yes,
Go ahead.
no, don't tell people how to live, but you're the one making the complaints out on Santiago Road. When you had, you have knowledge of all of this blight everywhere. Why are you going after one? Is that
I'm
your
not
personal
going after
issue?
him.
You're using your position on the board to go after one person
that's not
instead
true.
of going
She
after
signed the
all of
complaint
others.
as a resident. She did not sign the complaint as a board member. She signed the complaint as a resident.
But you sit here and you say, don't tell people how to live.
Yeah, well, that
Well,
doesn't matter.
I
What
guess
else
I
have you got
shouldn't
to
have said
say?
that.
Go
then.
after him.
No,
I'm not
worries.
going after him.
You know as well as I said at the meeting, he doesn't need any more hardship.
You also, and I could not believe how unprofessional it was when you said, I think if we go over there now, they'll come after us with a gun. Instead of maybe
No,
just
that
clean it
comment
up a
was
little
never
bit,
made.
Jim.
You're making that up.
Do you have the recording?
That never, he can't produce
I
that.
think it was some sort of.
There's no comment like that at all.
Planning commission, no.
I don't.
All right, I think we should adjourn this meeting. Thank you for
No,
coming.
wait, I'm not done. I have
Well,
questions
stick
about
to
the
your
grow
point then.
across from the
Stick
pier.
to your point.
Did you set up a meeting with the grow across from the pier to see if their filters are in yet? Has that been done?
It was, and then I had one person call, or two people, saying that they could not make that date. So I am waiting for a date back from them at this point.
Didn't they have a
And it
due
will
date
be
by
in
the middle of
March.
February to have those filters in?
And they do.
So just to clarify, it's not just us that you're having issues with throughout the township. There's multiple people that you have.
There's about 5 of
There's
them.
like that. But this discussion here was intended to cover your question about your neighbor.
It was about a dog ordinance.
Dog ordinance,
That is
so we've
correct.
answered that question,
Yep.
so as far as I'm concerned, I
Officer
have to go
Kelly
back
has,
over.
yeah, Officer Kelly is,
So anybody who wants to stay, but I do have a lot of
Yeah.
stuff to do. We have an annual meeting coming up, and we have BSNA coming in 3 days in order to get us to change over our accounting system, and I need the time for myself. I don't know, do you wanna stop
We
TJ
didn't
or
have to
whether or
touch
not?
on half of the questions that I had.
The question was that.
Thank you for
question-
coming.
Just to clarify, so we can put our mind at ease a little bit, as far as the township and animal control, are Erica and I okay with
You
what
guys
we,
are good with us.
okay.
There you go.
You're okay until I do another kennel
We
inspector.
can talk
And we're not gonna create a dog ordinance.
The springtime.
How many dogs do you have?
I got 10.
We have 10 out there.
The
I have more
time
dogs,
you
but
have
10
It
or
does
more.
say it's house.
I didn't know.
You said before the show, about it.
And, you know, I got rid of 3 of them. And they were
I guess we
loud.
need to have a discussion at some
Well,
point.
the one my daughter got back, she was really throwing a fit, and we had a hard time with her.
General information, the vehicles that you have
She went to a
on your
farm, thank God.
Is that a business that you have? Do you dismantle and you're repairing cars or?
I've done auto body repairs my whole life. It was a hobby of mine. So, the cars that I have started out to fix the cars that I have for my hobby. When I got done with those vehicles, when Marketplace first started coming about, I put those parts on there to start selling them, to get rid of them. And all of a sudden it took off like crazy. And I said, they call it a side hustle. I'm sure you heard that term.
So it's a business.
It is not a business. I got a
Hobby.
You don't pay taxes on it?
yes, I
Oh,
do.
yes.
But it's a business.
It's not a business.
No, because you can still claim hobbies under
Schedule
taxes.
C, I understand what it is.
Yeah, you can still do it without having an actual business. And what I'm doing is
Is
not,
that not a business?
I'm not in violation of anything.
It's a
That's what my
hobby,
point
because
was.
you can have a hobby breeder too, but
For sure.
once you've got so
I'm
many
just trying
dogs,
to
then
get
you're not
information
considered a
and
hobby
just
anymore.
in
Well,
my
that's
mind.
fine. It's just that the words get
And you
twisted
can
so
claim
easy.
that.
Well, no,
That's
it's
hobby.
that's the reason I said, was it a business, but you
Hobby
say
cars,
you're
you
selling
have
it
to
on
stack them on top of
Marketplace,
each
so.
other.
Mark goes back,
You're making
we got rid of
But
all
I don't
that.
have
That's why I
business
said we're
hours.
not.
I don't have
we're
anything.
not
So if
gonna
somebody has a
be
rummage
business
sale for
because
3 months or they
I
have a
have
business,
a price my yard
and my
is
stuff
more
always
than
rotates.
my
It's
Yeah.
not sitting out there sticking into the ground. It's not business. You put it in for a long time.
We didn't like this shit.
They're not. And I got pictures of everything and they're not visible from the road. They are.
And this is just.
Over here.
Who are you? by
It's
name?
pretty much, it's pretty much the way I thought. Did you record it? Well, thank you. Michael will appreciate that.
And if they want to go
I
out.
might have
So you can
known
start
that.
doing,
It's just
these are
noise
just things I
now.
brought for today. This is our yard in the fall.
When you live next to the kennel, I'm confused.
You can always drop off.
I wasn't sure where you
Put it in one bag.
That's right on 65.
Oh, and these are the kennels.
Okay, alright, awesome.
Those were the used to be.
You're
We put a
welcome.
building up.
Oh, this is your.
That's our building. That's how far I got with it in the fall time. So in the spring it'll be finished off and those kennels will be connected with the building that
Is
way.
that what these openings are?
Yeah, that's where the kennels are gonna connect right inside
I'm
the
gonna get going.
building. And
Oh, hi. Hi.
I wanted to let you, I wanted to show you this right here, because I know you were asking about it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Whatever Catherine did.
Have you thought of putting a privacy fence up?
which one?
Thank you.
That's old. That's gone.
I appreciate you.
You're
That was
welcome.
put off of that was years ago. I'm trying to find the one that.
Or you can get a FOA.
at this.
Nope, you can't. Nope, you can get a freedom of
Well, I
information
know.
act, okay?
You can ask Mike, I know well for you.
Yep, you can go ahead and get that to the county. You can get that to the county, I'm sure. Sure you can.
You should
I can
have
swear
a
it's just you directly
situation.
though.
I think you can, yeah.
I can.
Man or
Go ahead,
man.
I can get over to
So
you.
verbally request them, FOIA request you.
And
You can email me.
I can verbally FOIA request you.
I'm gonna ask you to email me so I can remember to you, okay?
Okay. You have
So,
an email?
absolutely.
And,
No, mine. I'm not
and it
gonna say.
took a long
Just because there's been
time for that.
discrepancies about who.
Go ahead. Jay Kelly?
I'm sorry, I think that was next.
At AirNetCounty.MI.
But we didn't have either.
My side property.
And then if you email me, I can remember to do it. Alright, thank you so much.
The door.
Thank you.
Alright, you guys need anything else from me?
No, we're good. Thank you.
I'm gonna go to the stuff, of course.
We had one two sided.
So all of this is on her side property?
What a waste of time.
No, this is.
What a waste of time.
But the neighbors are talking.
Yeah, that's important.
This is your property.
Maybe something will happen.
And this is on your side. This is,
That's a very bad.
it's very bad.
This is our house from the front.
Going, you guys. Thank you. See ya.
I'm just trying to see the pictures,
She
cause
said
they
this
wouldn't
is-
show us the pictures at the meeting 2 years ago.
He said this is an old picture.
Yeah.